It is with my most sincerest of clownaging that I regret to inform you all that Code Violet, after all these years of waiting, will not release on the PC. I know, you're very disappointed. How could this happen? Code Violet, as you know, is a game about... One moment, gonna actually go watch the trailer. Code Violet is Dino Crisis in Dead Space, which, well, if you don't take it seriously, could actually be fun. Trailer starts out with a long shot of protagonist John Violet's feet. If Tarantino were still with us today, this would be his Goatee of the Year. And Code Violet will not be on PC. Why? To prevent mods that sexualize the main character. Guess they're very serious after all. Maybe not the best opening shot, a barefoot woman they don't want you to lewd. So before you start sniffing, we're not showing this since the dev studio gives the false copyright strike red flag harder than Neil Gaiman gives red flags looking for a new babysitter. They hold their actors in the highest regard. Is anyone else getting tired of all the video game characters being modeled directly off actors? When you put someone in a game, mods or not, there's a certain rule in the 30s range that is pretty much unavoidable. But that aside, your studio is well known for consistent failures. How are you still active to begin with? Are you on the US AIDS list? And why is hiring real actors to star in your game such a major focus for what you're doing? You are making a game where you kill space dinosaurs. It has an actual shot at success. If you can nail the gameplay and the atmosphere, put your budget on that. Now, let's just give this a touch of critical thought for just a moment. For them to put the potential of a lewd mod as your main decision to not sell to an entire market is maybe one of the most retarded things anyone in the gaming industry has ever said. And this is an industry where we have games journalists and Konami. This would be like Dole saying they are no longer allowing women to buy bananas because some women happen to use them as male objectification tools, and these are pure Christian bananas. Nobody was going to make mods for Code Violet. Nobody is efforting that hard for a game with a player base in the tens of ones. This is a decision to kneecap yourself based on something that wasn't going to happen. You're throwing out the baby with the bathwater before you've drawn the damn bath or given birth to the baby. Nintendo can't stop people from fantasizing about banging the Pokemons. If, and this is an atom-sized if, your game happens to become a smash hit, there is nothing stopping people from turning your main character from Code Violet to Chode Violate. But the bigger thing here is, you're counting your chickens before you had the eggs. You're putting the cart before the horse has left the stable. You're crossing the bridge when we've already come on it. You're about to be milking over spilled... Wait, my bad. All milk-related idioms are saved for Blizzard. Your game is far closer to being a big failure than having a glimpse of success. And you've already pushed yourself off the pier with concrete shoes? What sort of absolute madness took over your boardroom? Yes, cutting out the biggest audience for the game is worth it in order to maintain that public decency. Again, this is not about the purity signaling against the mean old gooners that might have dared to buy your game and monkey spank to it. And that tiny sliver of a chance that maybe someone would mod it and, heavens to Betsy, see that nude mod on their own computer in their own house. This is not DEFCON 5. This is in the red alert. Why, games industry, are you like this? Constantly shooting yourself in the foot. Dropping out of an entire market is one of the funniest fake reasons we've had yet for a virtue signal. And you do realize the extra irony of this, right? If you just said it will be only on PS5 and left it at that, we wouldn't be able to play it because the network's down, and it would be a blip on nobody's radar, aside from a few very devoted green versus blue console warriors that don't realize they're fighting along that Japanese soldier from World War II, years after the war's over and both sides have surrendered. Now though, the literal only thing Code Violet is going to be remembered for is for the main character being looted. Devs really misunderstood what happens when you try to do this stuff with the sort of people that make these mods or these pieces of art. If anything, this was the biggest invitation anyone's ever gonna get. But you know what? Hey, it's your game. If this is what you value, go for it. Your artistic freedom is to make any bad decision you want in order to protect those shallow virtues. Nobody's gonna stop you. Just like you're not gonna stop anyone from mangling their meat to them feet.